Aberdeen, the league leaders, kick off, and they're in a spell of splendid form at the moment. They've scored 14 times in the last 4 league matches, and of course the recent spell of good form was punctuated by that superb performance against Bevern in the European Cup Winners' Cup. They're on familiar lines this afternoon with 7 full internationals in the lineup, and one of them of course is Peter Weir. There he is, the man who missed out on the East German trip in midweek, but the one man who scored 2 goals against Hearts to end their good run at the start of the season at Tynecastle. Hearts are without Dave Bowman, playing in their new change strip of grey tops and maroon shorts. But otherwise they're at full strength with John Robertson and Jimmy Bone combining up front, Robertson wearing number 11. But a key man for them, I think, may well be their goalkeeper Henry Smith, whom we saw perform splendidly in Scotsport against Celtic a few weeks ago. Bones, head flick on. Striking with the pass back. A push by Bell on McLaren. So Hearts free kick, and Hearts must be pretty happy with the opening stage of the match. Just one alarming moment very early in the match inside the box. Since then they've succeeded well in choking up the midfield. And there's a good break forward by Donald Park, and the save from Leighton, and MacDonald's final shot goes over the top. Well, you can see the frustration on the face of the Hearts player manager. This is good play from Hearts. The ball into the box for Donald Park to screen and take forward. He got in a powerful shot, but Leighton did well to block it. Then MacDonald the chance on the rebound and drove it over. Prodigious leap that by Roddy MacDonald. Good anticipation that from Kidd. He spotted where McGee would send the header. He's got his reward. Well, in quickly on Robertson. McGee was fouled by McLaren. They both went for that ball in the midfield. That prevented McGee getting a controlled touch at the ball. Here's Hewitt. Cooper's been coming forward as often as possible on the right side for Aberdeen, especially with Strachan drifting inside a lot. Oh, good play from Cooper. The cross headed on by Cowie. A vital touch that by the Hearts fullback. There's Weir. Free kick that time. Can't quite understand why Kidd is protesting. Just out of range as he made the tackle of Peter Weir, so clearly an Aberdeen free kick, which Weir himself will take. McLaren at the near post to head it out. Neil Simpson. Hearts were coming out to play the offside trap, so that's why it went square. McLeish swinging the ball to the far side, an easy one though for Jordan. Bell combining with Rugby and Weir. That's better from Weir, leading Jordan. Superb deep cross for McGee. Cooper coming into the box. Stopped by Cowie for an Aberdeen corner kick. And Aberdeen suddenly finding ways of getting round this Hearts defence on the flanks. Strachan's corner kick. Rugby's there. Off the line by Cowie. And McLeish intelligently heading the ball wide again for Strachan. There's John Hewitt. And the ball is in the net. And it's Rugby who's made it after being denied just a moment ago. Rugby puts Aberdeen ahead, 34 minutes gone. And that goal has been coming for the last 5 minutes or so. And Rugby certainly enjoyed that. They had the first attempt in the corner kick from Strachan. That effort headed cleanly away by Cowie. McLeish kept it. Out to the flank for Strachan again, and this time when the cross came in, Hewitt appeared to have a chance, but it was Rugby who bundled the ball into the net. So Rugby's second goal of the season, and the Aberdeen supporters considerably relieved, I think, by that opening goal, because Hearts certainly have been making things very tough indeed for the league leaders. And here's Hewitt now in the break. Smith coming here out of his box. No, he judged that well. Good play by the Hearts keeper. There's Donald Park. Good interception from Cooper. Strachan. Oh, good running, particularly turn from Simpson. Now Weir. Great effort from Weir and brilliantly saved by Henry Smith. Finish under pressure from Bone. Rugby settles the argument in the Aberdeen half. Good header by Mickley, showing great awareness of his colleagues' positions. Neil Simpson. Strachan turning brilliantly. Oh, that wasn't far away. Well, the magic again of Gordon Strachan in evidence. That must have been just about a couple of feet wide. Now look at the way he turned Donald Park initially. Turning on a sixpence, leaving his man for dead, coming forward. The Aberdeen forwards making moves in the box, but Strachan saw the gap at Henry Smith's right-hand post and almost squeezed it in. Play by Mackay and by Rugby with the tackle. Polish now through the middle. The pace of McGee and Hewitt always a worry for opposing defences. Now can McGee get away from Cowie? Yes, indeed he can. Good play from McGee. Brilliantly done by Mark McGee. We haven't seen too much of that in the match from him so far. Well, almost giving Aberdeen the second goal. Taking on Cowie out on the right, driving into the box, holding off a couple of defenders, and the shot slanting across the face of the goal once again. Leash was always going to win that one with Jimmy Bond. McGee towards Hewitt. Looking for Weir in the middle, and Kidd was covering with Smith swooping on the 6-yard line. Robertson back to Mackay. There's Bone, now McLaren. Strachan spotted the Heartsman's intentions immediately. There's Hewitt. The Aberdeen support arriving in numbers now on all sides of the field. That's for Hewitt. Inviting a turn in the box. Brilliantly set up. Cooper's shot going wide, but Aberdeen at their very best. The way the ball is played into the box causes the trouble. Played into Hewitt to shield it, turn on it, play it back to the supporting player. This time it was Neil Cooper, the left foot shot whizzing wide. And as Simpson challenges, the half-time whistle goes. Rugby, the scorer of the only goal of the first half, departs, and the Aberdeen supporters applauding. Thoroughly competent first half performance by the favourites, but Hearts deserve a lot of credit for making life very difficult indeed in the opening half hour. The breakthrough came though in the 34th minute after some concerted Aberdeen pressure. The right wing cross bundled over the line by the massive frame of Doug Rugby, and that's the goal which gives Aberdeen a lead, which they certainly deserve at half time. Half time score: Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0. Cooper. Good control from McGee. Tried to drift that high beyond Henry Smith, I think. Didn't quite get enough elevation. Well taken down by Cooper. There's Willie Miller. No one making the run into that inside right channel for Aberdeen on that occasion. Striking, looking for McGee, the far corner of the box. Great chance for Mark McGee. Well, did everything right until the final shot. Brilliantly set up by Gordon Strachan, the cross-field pass, which McGee took well. He ran it. Ronnie McDonald left him for dead coming inside, and then shot it with the ball rising much too quickly. McLeish fouling Bone. Doing him no favours at all by the look of the Hearts striker. Quite certain that no matter what, Hearts will make a change. Yes, Willie Johnston is going to come on. Stuart McLaren has gone off. That means Hearts are confident that Bone will be fit enough to continue. So Bone is all right, he recovers. Willie Johnston now is on for Stuart McLaren. That's an attacking step by Hearts, trying to turn the match back their way, taking up a midfield player, putting on a winger. Although Johnston may well play behind the front two. Leighton way off his line, he's in trouble. Just as well Miller was there. Robertson trying to turn the ball into the net. Well, that was an anxious moment for the Aberdeen defence. Leighton coming way out the 18-yard line, not making the punch. And Miller having to come around behind him as Robertson was there to knock the ball into the net. Here's Hewitt. First time ball inside, won by Simpson. Very important tackle that by Roddy McDonald as Bell came through. Still Hearts could be in trouble as Simpson has possession for Aberdeen with Strachan available on his outside. Strachan going all the way and a great save by Henry Smith. Well, with a superb angle for that. Simpson letting the pass out to Strachan, racing into the box. He spotted that near post. The top corner was a target, and look at the save from Henry Smith. So a change for Aberdeen as John Hewitt departs and young Ian Porteous comes on. Alec Ferguson directing traffic from the dugout. There's Alec McLeish. Wide to Cooper. Aberdeen have changed their lineup a bit since Porteous came on in place of John Hewitt. They've gone to a more rigid looking 4-3-3 formation. The midfield three now, Strachan, Simpson and Bell, with Porteous on the right flank, Weir on the left flank and McGee through the middle. Here's Strachan. Now McGee. Well, that's good play from the Aberdeen striker. And a good tackle from Alec MacDonald. Here's Porteous. Gap popping up. And Porteous hits the underside of the ball, and the ball is scrambled away. Well, no luck at all for the youngster. Porteous got possession on the right side of the Aberdeen attack, cut inside, saw the gap opening up, and the shot dipping and swirling away from Smith, bouncing on the line and coming out. Well, what an effort it was from the Aberdeen youngster. He scored a superb goal, you may recall, against Celtic a few weeks back, coming on as a sub. Again from long range. So his long range shooting obviously will be a feature of the Scottish game for years to come. Here's Gordon Strachan. Smith again to the Hearts rescue. Oh, what a goalkeeper this young man is. Henry Smith having a day out once again. The last time we saw him was against Celtic when he did something similar. And this time the thunderbolt from Strachan beaten over the bar. Fish winning it from McDonald. Park shot was blocked by Rugby. Offside flag was up against the Hearts forwards. George Cowie racing back into position as Aberdeen have the chance again to put some pressure on the Hearts defence. Here's McGee. Playing it against McDonald for the corner kick. 5 minutes left and Aberdeen still looking for the second goal, which would make the points secure. We're crossing it in for Doug Rugby. The woodwork again defying Doug Rugby. Well, he's had more attempts in goal this afternoon than he perhaps has had all season. A flighted cross coming in, Rugby winning it with that very determined, powerful header, and the ball bouncing back off the post. There's Park. McDonald. Miller coming to attack the ball and get his award. Park has taken a knock, he's flat out in the box. Ahead, collision with Willie Miller. Now Miller up, forcing on Aberdeen, looking for this second goal. Here's Porteous. Park is still on the deck inside the Aberdeen box. Here's Peter Weir going all the way. Turned behind by McDonald. Working the 1-2 with McGee. And almost finding his way through the Hearts defence. So Donald Park getting back to his feet. He took a knock, colliding there with Willie Miller as Hearts went on the attack. And now the referee is allowing some time for treatment for Park. We've actually had 90 minutes of the match, so this is time which will have to be added on for the stoppage. And in the meantime, Derek O'Connor has come on for Hearts. Second substitute's gone on. There's O'Connor, and it's Weir with a corner kick. First time shot from Simpson, and he's made it this time. Right on the final whistle, Neil Simpson makes the match safe for Aberdeen. His fourth goal of the season into injury time in the match. A corner kick from Peter Weir, cleared by the Hearts defence, straight to Simpson. The first time shot drilled through the Hearts defence, past Henry Smith into the corner.
Well, two of the sort of points you really need if you're thinking about winning the league against a stuffy Hearts side, which also on occasions plays some remarkably good one-touch football. But it wasn't Aberdeen at their best over the whole 90 minutes. They only raised the pace in two patches either side of half-time. I wonder if Joe Harper agrees with that verdict. Joe, over 90 minutes, there were patches which nothing much happened.
Yeah, that's true, and they've got themselves into a situation which is a good situation to be in. When you go back to the Celtic team that won the league 9 times and the Rangers team prior to that, where they didn't go through the whole season playing well, but when they played badly they still won. You know, they're still good enough to win. And Aberdeen have got so much ability in their team that that's the situation they've got themselves into.
Tell me, managers will always say and players will say the fact that we're going to Hamburg on Tuesday doesn't affect our performance on a Saturday. But, I mean, does it really? I mean, would they be thinking about that in the back of their minds?
No, I doubt it very much. They're good professionals at Aberdeen, and, you know, the Hamburg game wouldn't have even been thought about. You know, that's divorced from the league game. The league is the most important thing for Aberdeen, not the Hamburg game.
Well, we can just sort of have a look at the first goal, because it's interesting watching this. You and I, sitting on the other side in the main stand, both said handball, but clearly it never was, as we can see from this. Just Rugby.
Yeah, it was a great cross from Gordon. I thought Kidd could actually have got the ball, but there's no way that Dougie handled it. Any other player, the ball would probably have gone through him, but with Dougie Rugby, it just bounces off him.
The man with the bionic chest.
That's it, yeah.
He had a great game, and we can see some more action from Rugby, but tell us, what sort of a man is he?
Dougie's a big, gentle lad, you know. I mean, I think his wife's about 5'4", and she's the boss in the family. He's a good lad for having a carry-on with, but he's a very good professional. He's strong, he's got a bit of ability, he's very fast, and as you can see in this, in situations in the box, you know, he's excellent.
You see, we seem to have a shortage of left-backs in Scotland. for the Scottish international team. I mean, I can't see why he's not worth a shout in that, because he does extraordinary things for Aberdeen. They are top of the league.
Yeah, well, I think there was talk last year about him getting a chance at some time or other. And to be honest with you, I don't see why he can't get a chance. As I said before, he's got all the physical attributes for a left back, and he's very dangerous in forward positions. I think his biggest asset is that he's playing with a winger now, Peter Weir, and Peter helps him out. You know, Dougie will do the simple thing now, get the ball and give it to Peter and let Peter get on with it.
We both thought that both fullbacks were outstanding yesterday, didn't we? Neil Cooper on the other side as well.
Yeah, well, Neil's still a young player, and you know, he's been in the game a long time. He's a good professional. Whether that's his best position or not, I'm not entirely satisfied about. But wherever you play Neil, he'll always do a good job for you, because he's a sort of player that you can put in anywhere. You know, whether it be midfield, centre back, right back, left back. And as you can see from this again, he likes to attack, and you know, it fell on the wrong foot there for him, unfortunately, but he still had a good try at goal.
Karl-Heinz Hedegaard, the West German coach, thought the world of him, of course, when he was over here. But let me put you on the spot and ask you, you know, what position do you think is his best?
I would say definitely sweeper. I think I've seen Neil playing. I've played with him in that position, and you know, he strolls through the game. But unfortunately, Aberdeen have got a Willie Miller in their team, and you know, when you've got two great players like that, you've got to find room for them in the team.
Let me ask you about the Aberdeen side there, compared to the side that you played in when you went to Pittodrie. I mean, I suspect you might have wanted a goal of a start off the present team, and in fact, in all honesty, they are better. Yeah,
and I'd preferably take it in the last minute. Yeah, they are a better all-round team than we were. We could possibly maybe have had about 3 players that you could have put into the team to strengthen it. But overall, I think the basic thing is that they are a team. They play as a team. You know, even Gordon Strachan, who is one of your characters and one of your top individuals, is a team man, and he plays with the players as a team. And I think that overall is their main attribute.
And let's not forget Hearts, who, I mean, I thought played well yesterday. Got the ball going forward. They've got some old hands. They seem to be coping in the Premier League.
Yes, well, you know, Alex, a shrewd little guy. He's got experience where it's needed. He's got it at the back, he's got it in midfield, and he's got it up front. And along with the youth that he's bringing through, you know, they're doing a good job.
Alex seems to be enjoying the game too. I mean, there's always little capers and pieces of fun.
Oh, well, there was one instance yesterday when he got into a bit of a tangle with Dougie, you know, I mean, it's like Hercules and whatever. And he sort of jumped up and kidded on he was going to jump up and hit him in the chin. And it was meant to be funny, and it was taken as being funny, and I think that's the sort of things that we need back in the game, something like that, especially in the Premier League.
Well, we both enjoyed it. In a word, do you see Aberdeen potential champions this early in the season?
Yes, I do. As I say, one of the biggest things going for them is that they're not playing as well as they did last year, but they're still getting the results, and that's a great thing to have.
Joe, I enjoyed the day at Pittodrie. I think you did as well. Very much for coming down to Glasgow.
Pleasure, thank you.